Oh, I am waking up to find my world between the dying and being reborn. I see what is and I see what I could be. Can't close my eyes again and go back to sleep. Fill my days with blessed unrest and my nights with dreams of justice. Make me a vessel for the turning of the tide. How can I change our course? Just a lonely voice. Wish I could lose myself in all the noise. But if we all could rise, a generation proud, with a mighty song, we could turn this world around. Fill my days with blessed unrest and my nights with the dreams of justice. Make me a vessel for the turning of my days with blessed unrest, and my nights with dreams of justice. Make me a vessel for the turning of the tide. Ancestors all around, and before me every child, I bring the power of a long unbroken line. So when a time is through, I want to know, did what we came to do for the future ones. So in the darkest days, may we all be strong and give our lives so life may go on. Fill my days with blessed unrest, and my nights with dreams of justice. Make me a vessel for the turning of the tide. Fill my days with blessed unrest, and my nights with dreams of justice. Make me a vessel for the turning of the tide. Fill my days with blessed unrest, and my nights with dreams of justice. Make me a vessel for the turning of the tide.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the service of worship at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson. I'm Reverend Jamelia Omar, and I am a little under the weather today, so I am taking our advice and masking where I can. Whoever you are, however you are feeling today, wherever you have been and whoever you are becoming, we welcome you here now. We invite you to bring your whole self as we participate in our music-filled rituals today. Those of us who have been tending UUCT for a while know that we share information in this welcome to help everyone, new and not so new, navigate their Sunday morning experience more easily. There are gender-specific bathrooms out the glass doors behind you, and there's also an accessible restroom single stall behind the AV desk. We say this because we believe that everyone has the right to use the restroom that best meets their needs. We have begun to share information about our procedures if uninvited law enforcement comes to our campus. We say this because we know there have been more and more violations of the right to due process happening across our country, and we refuse to participate. Here's what you need to know. On Sunday mornings only, this sanctuary, our parking lots, our social hall, and our children's rooms are open to all. However, we have designated a number of other areas as private, even on Sunday mornings. That means that access to those rooms is by invitation only or with a legally signed judicial warrant. So, if you do not feel safe and need to take advantage of these spaces, you are invited to do so. With that in mind, let us remember those desert people who came first to this place and whose land was taken in successive acts of displacement and genocide. We honor the Atham, the Yaqui, the Apache. We honor the Hohokam and the many other indigenous people whose names are not known to us. We say their names every week because we refuse to forget. We will not replace true history with a lie. We welcome new visitors too. If you are new and are feeling up to it, we invite you to raise your hand or wave at us now. We will either welcome you warmly or ignore you, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable with us being here. These actions and these statements and so many more on Sunday morning are grounded in the Unitarian Universalist core values, which we mention every Sunday. We say them so we can be inspired to live them in the world every day of the week. This week, we reflect on equity. We declare that every person is inherently worthy and has the right to flourish with dignity, love, and compassion. Equity. In a minute, when I say go, I'm going to invite you to share on a question with a neighbor. It can be anyone, somebody you're near to. Introduce yourself if it's somebody you don't know. The question is, and I'm really only going to give you less than a minute for this, so think quick. What role does music play in your life? What role does music play in your life? Tom, talk fast. Talk fast, go. Less than a minute. I have a feeling a lot of us have a lot of music in our lives. We invite you to continue these conversations in other spaces, maybe in social hour. And we invite you to share with each other and listen to each other so that you can meet someone new, reconnect with an old friend, and get to know someone better. And finally, every week we remind ourselves that our community is striving to become as varied as the blooms of the Sonoran Desert. Because even when it's hard, even when we are imperfect, even when our efforts for a more fair, just, equitable, and sustainable world are ignored by those around us, we believe that this room of hope where our hearts and minds are opened to the future. We have come into this room of justice where we set aside our fear to name freely every oppression. Whoever you are. Into this room of love where we know that no lives are insignificant. We have come into this room of song where we unite our voices in the somber and the beautiful melodies of life. friends, please join me in saying our chalice lighting words aloud. If you are joining us online and have a chalice or candle with you, please light it as we light ours here in Holland Hall. We light this chalice, remembering and honoring our own tradition and celebrating the rich diversity of traditions among us. As we search for justice, meaning, and purpose, may we remember that justice, meaning, and purpose live first in deeply listening to one another.
It took me so long to get the mic in the stand, I could have just raised the pulpit to my height, which I probably should have. Holly Neer, when she sang a concert here last year, taught me something, gave me an important life lesson. She's the author of this next song we're about to sing, that you are about to rise and sing with me. But first, let me tell you, essentially she told me that, and reminded me that I needed to be still and to listen and to open myself to other perspectives instead of assuming that my well-intentioned projection of the other perspective was the right one. And it was a profound and subtle and gracefully delivered moment that I had with her. And in that spirit, and in the spirit that gentleness to myself and compassion for myself and others is important, please rise and sing, "We Are a Gentle, Angry People." We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. Somos un pueblo
For the suffering of others and for so many other reasons, we set aside this moment together to remember, to honor, and to hold dear the joys and sorrows in our lives. We symbolize our coming together with our shared bowl. With these large stones, we reach down to the stability and firmness of the earth, which has witnessed every migration and movement since it coalesced out of stardust. We know that this strength can hold our global pains and joys, our loves and our angers. With this water, we remember that this life-sustaining resource is not always available to all. We offer our witness to those migrating at this very moment, especially those moving through our desert without access to water. With our small stones, we add our own personal celebrations and mournings. Now it is your turn to contribute as you choose. One way is to go to menti.com and put in the code 5210-7215. Please add your name if you would like us to share that. Another way to contribute is to come to one of our tables and place a stone in the water to create ripples that will carry your intentions forward. The table in the back is off camera for those who prefer that option. This act starts personal, but as we are reminded by Senator Robert Kennedy from 1966, each time a person stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, they send forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. I invite you now to engage in a moment of silent reflection, meditation, or prayer as we send our hopes out into the world.
is that Larry Newhouse died at home 1 week ago today. He passed peacefully, and he was surrounded by family, including his beloved wife, Margot. She is holding up as well as can be expected. She has a lot of family and friends and a lot of tasks to do, as you know when somebody dies. She requested a little bit more time before any in-person visits or calls, but emails and cards are welcome. Her contact is in the directory. We also know, as of the end of the last week, that we will have a celebration of life for Larry November 22nd, so watch the newsletter for that announcement. More information on that. On our Menti today, been feeling sick and dealing with a lot for my weight loss surgery journey. Need prayers, please. God bless. Friend, we send you all of the love that we have in our hearts. Thank you all for visiting me and positive healing thoughts. I'm hoping to be getting out of the hospital and home by the end of today. Yay, Mel. We hope you're watching. Requesting love and supportive energy for my son who is struggling right now. It's a hard time right now. Joy that my daughter has been released from jail to pursue her life goals and reunite with her children. Congratulations, and may her re-entry be smooth. Holding the Newhouse family in love, I will miss Larry and his warm smile. Holding Margot Newhouse and family in our hearts as they mourn Larry's passing, and thinking of Margot Newhouse and missing Larry. Margot, we hope you hear us and how much we love you, and welcome you back. Today's world is loud. Everywhere I am, from the grocery store to the doctor's waiting room to my favorite restaurant, there is music blaring, automobiles and buses rumbling their presence, motorcycles revving their ear-piercing whine, the low hum of every appliance and machine. Even here in our sanctuary, we are interrupted by fighter planes overhead rattling our windows and our bones. I yearn for silence, for a moment to listen only to the throbbing of my heart, the beating of a bird's wings, or the steady plink of rain on the roof. In a world that is too loud, returning to quiet, to silence, is like emerging from underwater and taking that first breath, one that returns us to the land of the living. In a world that is too loud, a quiet presence with someone experiencing grief or pain, or who is simply experiencing being human, can say more than all the sermons and speeches ever uttered. So now, please join me in a moment of silence to reconnect with your own heart and to listen to the world around us.
When the Unitarian Universalists gathered for General Assembly in Phoenix, during the height of Sheriff Joe's illegal roundup of people of color, placing them in tents without air conditioner, hundreds, I think it was about 350, hundreds of UUs gathered around the tents and sang. And most of them wore yellow shirts, like these here, yellow shirts that said "Standing on the Side of Love" on them. And David Burrows, the husband of one of my mentors, Keith Arnold, who was the music director at All Souls Church in Washington, D.C., he's busy right now. David was one of those yellow shirts singing to the people in those tents at that time. And he was so moved that he wrote a poem, and then later he shaped it into a lyric, and then he set it to music. And it is now in the new UU hymnal, and we'd like to sing it here. So would you please stand as you're able, join in singing. It's new to everybody but the choir, so I don't expect you to sing much on the first verse, but maybe see if you can join us by the second or third.
I think we're going to be singing a lot out of our new digital hymnal, and it's exciting to learn some new stuff. My first Arizona Pride March several years ago now was blazing hot, as you might expect. We met up in a parking lot to get into our parade route, and then we waited, and we waited. And guess what? We waited. The floats and our enthusiasm were all very wilted by the time the parade kicked off. And though there were a good number of UUs in the parade together, and we had a banner, which, okay, side note, we can't find now. So does anybody know where our banner is? If you have it, let me know. Oh, maybe we found a banner? Yes. We ended up so spread out down the street, we were fairly far away from each other. And then we walked. Okay, we plodded. We dug our feet, and it was kind of dull. And I was shocked that no one was leading a song or a chant or a call and response. Where was the music and the joy and the celebration of being united in the cause of love? Our elders knew the power of song to make a movement. Akaya Windwood wrote that when she was, quote, old enough to remember when music, dance, art, and poetry were integral parts of social change. No one would ever consider having a meeting that didn't include some aspect of celebrating the human spirit. There is something deeply satisfying about gathering in groups and singing together. Collective music around the fires or down by the riverside is an integral part of our human story, and our social movements are suffering as a result of a lack of common song, end quote. So where was the singing? In past decades, she goes on to lament that our songs have become chants, our dances, marches, our rallies, meetings, and our art relegated to the walls of conferences. She invites us to look for ways to enliven our justice by bringing back that joy in being together and experiencing the human condition together. And hopefully song and dance and play alleviate the suffering as we're working for the justice. She challenges us to look for ways to enliven our leadership and humanize our work by returning to basic capacities that need no agendas, no flip charts or work plans. Let's grab a partner, a funder, a staff member or board member and sing, dance, write, play. It would be good for our souls and even better for the world. That was one of our goals for today, was to infuse our bodies with music so that when we go out into the streets again, we have song and dance and joy. So today, if you need it, I give you permission to find the spirit of joy, the fire of transformation, the heart of a justice warrior, and move your body as it wants to. Sing, dance, feel. For how will we know when freedom and liberation have arrived if we don't practice it now?
This next song, can I have more mic in the room, please? Hello? Mic 3 up, there it is. Hi. This next song, and leave it there, please. Whatever that level is, leave it there for the rest of the service, please. This song is also from the new UU hymnal. This is a song by Shoshana Mira Friedman, who has written a book. It was written for environmental justice, and it is an important song, I think, for us today because, and it builds on what Reverend Jamili was just saying, but it is an important song because it reminds us to cultivate an active hope. Active hope is important because otherwise you just get beat down, and right now the getting beating down is a strategy, and we need to cultivate our hope. Please rise as you are able to sing "The Tide is Rising." If you don't know the song, you will in about 2 verses because it repeats, and here we go. This is where is where we are called to be. The sun is rising, and so are we. The sun is rising, and so are we. The sun is rising, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. The world is ready, and so are we. The world is ready, and so are we. The world is ready, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be.
With our new pulpit, we learn patience. However you have participated in today's service, our congregation depends upon you for your love, your time, and your financial support. For those of you here in person, the ushers will soon be passing the collection baskets among you. For those watching us from afar, you can send a check to our church office or give online at uuctucson.org/donate. What will you take from this place today? Will it be the message, the music, the inspirational words? And can you leave a symbolic part of yourself? An offering of the willing will be accepted now with love and reverence. As the offering is collected, announcements about upcoming activities will appear upon the screen.
We take a chance when we can. We take a break from having a plan. We are bold, invite surprise, and then feel our spirits rise.
Tiny lights that sparkle and glow in a world much bigger than we'll ever know. We are tiny lights shining so bright in a world we know is gonna be alright. We celebrate through love and play. We take a minute every day. We chase the shadows far away, finding colors in the gray. We are tiny lights that sparkle and glow in a world much bigger than we'll ever know. We are tiny lights shining so bright in a world we know is gonna be alright.
You try and I try and we try. We can love each tiny light. If you try and I try and we try. We can light this world tonight.
We are tiny lights that sparkle and glow in a world much bigger than we'll ever know. We are tiny lights shining so bright in a world we know is gonna be alright.
Yeah, we know this world is gonna be alright. 'Cause we got all these tiny lights.
Thank you, choir. Good morning. My name is Jan Mulder, and I'm a member of your Board of Trustees, and my portfolios are church leadership and denomination. First, I want to invite everyone to social hour after the service in Goddard Hall, which is out the double doors to your left and behind you. There will be coffee, iced tea, lemonade, snacks, and good company. Social hour food and refreshments are free for all, and donations are, of course, appreciated to cover costs. Also, if you are new and want to stay in touch with us, you can fill out a guest information card in the Welcome Center in Goddard Hall. You can also find a virtual guest information card in the newcomers section of our website. Of course, I have some announcements. It's kind of long, so settle in. As many of you have read in the weekly newsletter, our beloved church administrator, Mary Weiss, is retiring on December 31st of this year. There will be more information out in the next few months, but for now, save the date for a party on December 21st during social hour. And please join our pickup choir day. Everyone can sing in the choir by showing up at 9:15 a.m. next Sunday, November 2nd. And hey, if I can sing, you can sing. Join the Baja Four to participate in the All Souls procession and finale ceremony on Sunday, December 9th, 2025. The All Souls procession is one of the most important, inclusive, and authentic public ceremonies in North America today. The procession is a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multi-creative honoring of those who have passed. We will meet at UUCT and carpool together, or let Reverend Jamili know if you want to meet at the parade route. See the church letter for more details. And folks, it's really fun. Finally, as a member of your board, I want to remind you that our community is always looking for volunteers to share their interests and skills. As many of us have found, this is a great way to meet and deepen relationships here. Please see me or any other board member. We're all wearing these nifty blue lanyards if you'd like to explore where you might help. Thank you.
I'm going to quickly throw things out of order a little bit, and I just want to acknowledge that for services like this that have a lot of music, I bring a lot of, I'm not going to say the first two words that come to mind. I bring a lot of just anxious energy. And if I have been brusque with you this morning, say that you were asked to usher at the last minute and I brusquely shoved a basket back in your face, I'd like to apologize. And AV team, thank you for hanging in for a really super complicated service. One of the points of today's service was that stuff would stick in your head that would stay with you as you left. And one of the songs that I chose with that in mind was this next song from the Justice Songbook. that you don't know. And so we're going to sing the first verse and chorus twice because it's a short song. It's from it's meant to be sung on the street, so it's meant to be caught fairly quickly, but there's a fair chunk of words. We're going to sing it twice. Let the choir sing it the first time through, and then we're going to jump right back in with the first verse so that you'll sing it. And let's rise as you are able to sing I Lift My Voice by Andrea Ramsey. When I lift my voice, let it be in song, a defiant note in the face of wrong. I won't stand alone, we'll stand side by side, 'cause we know that love is always justified. When they try to divide us, it will only unite us. I lift my, join us. When I lift my voice, let it be in song, a defiant note in the face of wrong. I won't stand alone, we'll stand side by side, 'cause we know that love is always justified. When they try to divide us, it will only unite us. I lift my voice. When I lift my voice, let it be for good. Let me care as much as I know I should. I won't stand alone, we'll stand side by side, 'cause we know that love is always justified. When they try to divide us, it will only unite us. I lift my voice.
Our chalice extinguishing words today are attributed to Reverend Dawn Skay Cooley from her piece Into the World Singing. Let us go out into the world singing. Let us go out into the world singing songs that proclaim liberty, songs that turn ashes into garlands, songs that bind up the afflicted and those who mourn, songs that, like oaks, have roots that go deep and stand strong. Let us go out into the world singing. We know these songs. They vibrate through time in our very souls. They are songs that give us life. They are songs that give us meaning. They are the songs that give us purpose. Now it is our turn to take these life-giving songs out into the world. Let us go now, singing these songs with voices deep and strong, and may the world join us in praise and in celebration and in love. Amen.
Our postlude today is a song that we've sung before here, but it's been a few years. It's a song by, it is a song that is embedded in an Eric Bogle song. Eric Bogle is a Scottish singer-songwriter that you may or may not know, but he heard on a news broadcast a clip that showed some protesters at a South African mine, a diamond mine, and they were singing this song because they were dying in the mines and were asking for better and safer conditions. And they sang it on the news broadcast, and Eric Bogle put it in a song. And since then, various UU churches have plucked out this little bit and sung it. Now, I didn't put the words on the screen intentionally so that you would have to listen. It is a call and response song where, and some of you will know this, and some of this will be very easy, and the choir knows this. But I will sing a line, you will sing a line, I will sing a line, you will sing a line, we will all sing a line, I will sing a line, back and forth like that. It is easier than you fear. If you, let's stay seated for the first time through, and then we'll stand partway through, but let's start, and the choir will land with me courageously as I say, courage, courage, my friends, you do not walk alone. walk with you, and sing your spirits home. Rise as you are able. Courage, courage, my friends, you do not walk alone. We will walk with you, and sing your spirit home. Justice, my friends, you do not walk alone. We will walk with you, and sing your spirits home. Blessed be. Which is to say, the service is now ended. Thank you, choir.
What a wonderful service.
Thank you.
I realized what it was as I was singing it. I had been practicing fire. You can light this world on fire. And it's tonight, and I realized